believe that it's almost May already. The end of the school year is going to be here before you know it. This also means that it is time for our monthly read aloud video, and I really look forward to sharing these each month. If you're new here, my name is Sarah, and I show up every Sunday night on this YouTube channel because I love to share book ideas, brand new books, and ways that you can incorporate reading into each part of your day in the classroom. If that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up. Now, each month before the month starts, I like to share different fun holidays that occur throughout the month and picture books or chapter books that go along with each of those holidays. It's just a fun way to incorporate more books into your day. Let's check them out. So May is National Moving Month. And so the book that I have for that is Evelyn Del Rey is Moving Away. This is a brand new book and a really sweet one at that. Moving can be really hard for young kids, and I like how this book dives into the feelings of being excited about the move, but also nervous and sad that you're moving away from your friends. In this one, two best friends live across the street from each other, and one of them is moving away. The two girls spend one last day together as their parents are packing up the apartment, and they think about all the fun times that they've had together. And again, it really captures the emotions of saying goodbye and having fun that one last time. It's a really sweet story because when the girls finally say goodbye to each other, they promise that they're gonna write to each other every day. And on the very last page, you see one of the girls grown up as an adult, still reading and writing letters to her best friend. It gives hope for those kids that are moving, that you still can stay connected even when you're not right across the street from your best friend. May is also National Egg Month. So of course, I have to pull out The Good Egg. And I have to say, this is my favorite from this series, and there are still more that are coming out, so keep an eye out for the new releases that go along with this series. In this one, an egg is trying to be as good as he can be, almost to the point of perfectionism and worrying about others around him who aren't making the best choices, and it causes him to literally crack under all of the pressure. He takes a break and goes away for a little while and realizes that he doesn't need to carry that burden and that he needs to learn to let some things go. I think this is a great book for students who feel like they need to be perfect and worry about others and whether they're making the right choice or not. I find that I really connect with the character in this story, so I think some of your students will make that connection as well. May is also National Photography Month, so I had to pull out one of my favorite wordless picture books for this one, Blossom. In this book, a young boy finds an old-fashioned camera washed up on the beach. He decides to develop the pictures and figure out where the camera came from and what the photos on the camera are of. He soon discovers two very different things. The first one is a photo of a child holding a photo, and as he zooms in on this picture, he realizes that in the picture of the child holding the picture, in that picture is another child holding a picture, and he zooms in closer and closer and closer until he goes years and years back of kids holding the picture and showing all of the pictures that came before it. It's really neat. You'll have to check that one out to kind of understand what I'm talking about. Other thing that he finds on the camera is photos of this undersea world of fantasy. In a very David Wisner type of imagination. If you've read any of his other books, you'll really see the connection between the books. This is an interesting one that I think your students will really like. So now let's get into the specific holidays and days of the month and some books that you can read aloud to go along with them. First up, on May 1st, we have School Principals Day. So I had to pull out a Patricia Polacco one for this, Mr. Lincoln's Way. In this story, everyone loves their school principal, Mr. Lincoln. He's fun, but firm, and he's just an all-around great principal. Except for Mean Gene. Mean Gene is the school bully, and nobody enjoys being around him. Mr. Lincoln is determined to get through to Gene and be able to connect with them. He finally finds a way that he can through nature. And in this way, Mr. Lincoln finds out the reasons that Gene acts the way that he does and hopefully inspires him to make a change in that. And he shows them that the differences between people are what make them really special. And again, in a Patricia Polacco way, she really pulls out emotions in a way that students can connect with and a way that will resonate with them for a long time. This is a great book for School Principals Day on May 1st. On May 7th, we have Teacher Appreciation Day, and make sure you stay tuned for next week's video because I will have a lot of books to share for Teacher Appreciation Day. But one of the ones that I pulled out first was Miss Brooks Loves Books. And this is about a library teacher in a school who loves to find books that students enjoy reading. And in this one class, she gets books for every student except for one. Missy is very picky about the books that she likes to read, and each one that Miss Brooks finds for her is not quite right and she doesn't want to read it. But Miss Brooks, in true teacher fashion, does not give up. Throughout the story, she keeps bringing books to Missy and trying to dive deep into what Missy really wants to read, and eventually she finds one. This is a great book to read for Teacher Appreciation Day. May 13th is National Pie Day, so I pulled out Pie is for Sharing. This one starts off talking about how delicious pie is and how it's such a great food to share with others. But as the story continues, it unravels into all of the summer memories that are wonderful with sharing with friends and family. I think this is also a great one as we start to move into summer vacation and get students excited about what they are going to do in the warmer weather. A great one for National Pie Day. Love a Tree Day is on May 16th, and I thought that The Tree Lady would be a great book to read on this day. This is a true story about a scientist named Kate Sessions and how she brought trees and plants to the dry area of San Diego, California. The story takes place a long time ago, and Kate really defies a lot of odds to do what she does. Many people believe that she can't go to school, she can't become a scientist, she can't make these plants thrive in this dry desert area, but she does. With her determination and passion for trees and plants, Kate turned San Diego into the lush, leafy city that it is today. I think this will be an inspiring book for you to share with your students for National Tree Day. On May 21st, we have Endangered Species Day, and there are so many great books that you can read about endangered species. The one that I chose is a fairly new one, and this is Galapagos Girl. This is a bilingual story that shares both the English and Spanish language throughout the book. It's a true story of Valentina Cruz, who lives on the Galapagos Islands. She makes it her mission as a child and as she grows into an adult to protect the animals that are on these islands, especially the turtles. This story also contains a lot of back matter, not only on the Galapagos Islands, but on the different animals that live on the islands as well. I think your students will enjoy learning about these different animals and these wonderful islands. Speaking of turtles, May 23rd is Turtle Day. So I picked one of my favorite books about turtles, and this one is called Alfie. In the story, a young girl who is turning 7, it's just about to be her 7th birthday, and she has a turtle, and she loved playing with him when she was younger, but as she's growing up, she's realizing he doesn't do much. Does he really even care about how much she played with him or what she did with him? And the neat thing about this book is it's great for teaching perspective, because after we learn about the girl, it turns to the perspective of the turtle and how he shares how much he really loves living with her and being with her and how she takes such good care of him. And he is determined to get her a wonderful birthday present for her 7th birthday. So he wanders away, and she gets upset that he's gone, and he searches and searches for the perfect gift, and it takes him such a long time. And then he finds the perfect thing, and he shows up right on time for the party, kinda. You'll have to read the book with your students and really look at the images in the book to figure out what unique twist there is on this story. A fun one for National Turtle Day, or if you're just teaching about perspective in the classroom, it will work for both. May 30th is Creativity Day, so I chose The Most Magnificent Thing. I think this book inspires creativity in students, but encourages them not to give up. In this book, a young girl has this wonderful idea for something that she wants to build. She has this idea for an invention, and she's so excited to bring it to life. But as she works on it, it doesn't turn out the way she thinks. She gets really frustrated and walks away. Her little puppy encourages her to go back and look at her invention from a different light. She pulls it all together, and even though her invention doesn't turn out quite what she thought, it's still pretty neat. This book encourages students to be creative, to be persistent, and to have a growth mindset. That being creative takes time, takes patience, but it's all worth it in the end. A great one to share with your students for Creativity Day. And on the last day of the month, May 31st, we have Memorial Day. A great story to read for Memorial Day is The Wall. A young boy and his father visit the Vietnam Veterans Memorial to pay tribute to those who fought and lost their lives in the war. The story doesn't go into details about the war, but students can infer that many soldiers died, that families greatly missed their loved ones, and that there were many who were hurt during this time. A powerful one to share with your students about why we celebrate Memorial Day. So that's a wrap for our May Read Aloud books, and I have so much fun doing these videos, so I hope that you get a lot out of them as well. I pulled together a playlist of all of the previous months I've done so far, and I'll leave a link to it right here. Each month I'm going to continue adding to it so that you have a whole collection of picture book ideas to share with your students throughout the months of the year. I hope that you will get a chance to read some or all of these books during the month of May in your classroom. If this video was helpful for you, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button down below, because next week I have some great picture books to share with you for Teacher Appreciation Week that I think you and your students are going to love. Have a great week!